Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at the newly released out this week Thomas and Friends magazine for February 2026. So today it is the Bumper Dino playset, full steam ahead. So what we're going to do is we are going to very carefully check out those free gift items. Then we are going to do a skim through of the magazine. There will be some stories in there. I won't cover those today in this recording. I will upload them separately a little bit later on. So be sure to come back if you're interested in the stories inside. Okay, shall we jump in? Lovely. So as always with these Thomas and Friends magazine, there is a cardboard carton. So just to say as well, this is issue 858 down at the bottom. So with these cardboard cartons, usually we're going to need these things for the play set that is referenced over here. So we're going to really carefully cut. You see at the top, it's like sellotape. I'm going to really carefully cut it out. What I don't want to do is tear it all open and then go, oh, okay, now I can't use these things. Does that make sense? Good. So I'm going to pause the video and carefully trim the top. Beautiful, that is what we were aiming for. Lovely. Okie dokie, so now that I have removed the free gift items from the cardboard sleeve is intact. I'm just going to pause the video so that you can get a side-by-side photograph of the free gift items with the magazine. Okay, lovely. Okay, unpausing video. So I am going to pop the magazine to a side just for one moment while we check out those free gift items. Woo! Okay, so this cardboard sleeve, we always recycle. It says, please recycle me. Always goes in the recycle bin. However, just taking a moment to appreciate the effort that has gone in, liking the dinosaur theme on the back there. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think there's a little bit of plastic just covering the items. So let's check them out. So let's have a look at Thomas. So here we go. As always with these magazine free gifts, there are stickers on the front and the sides. They used to peel off super easily, and these days they peel off, well, less easily. But you can see they're not the most robust things in the world. So you can see the sides of Thomas's face, and at the bottom it probably wouldn't take too much to peel it off. So just obviously if you have these at home, take care with those. So we are on dinosaur theme, of course, for Thomas. So we've got nice dinosaur themed bones and a little head there. Over on the top we have got almost like this camouflage kind of vibe going on with the greenery. We've got some coal at the back. Again, this is all stickers. We have got dinosaur theme over at the back as well, and nothing underneath. And then we have got this, it hooks on. I'm going to say trailer. It's probably not a trailer. The first word that came into my head. So we've got Sodor Dinosaur Park, and here, and here, and here. Okay, nothing underneath, nothing particularly of interest over at the top. So let's check out James. Here we are, James. Very proud of himself. So you can see, not the most robust things in the world. I don't know if you can see in the light, but that almost looks like it could start peeling in that corner there. But hey, it's okay. Now we know it's peeling slightly, we know to take care. Nothing really going on at the back of James. A lot less detailing there than on Thomas. But hey ho. So that's James. Let's check out James's tender. So again, a bit less detail, got a few little bones going on there. Got the coal detailing as a sticker. Nice. And then we have got a dinosaur. It kind of looks like it might glow in the dark. I don't know, I might have to just pause the video and check for my own sanity. Nice little dinosaur there. It is hard plastic. You can hear that. It is like a hard plastic. It's got some holes in. You probably need to be careful if you were getting that wet, that didn't get like mold inside it and stuff like that. But nice little dinosaur, quite like a little dinosaur. And I don't feel like I've seen this before, which is nice. And it's a Topham hat, which, let's check out that face. Oh, where are you looking, Sir Topham? Can't really tell. Oh, looking down a bit. So I do not think we have had, certainly since I've been doing videos, I don't think I've had this version of Sir Topham before. So he's got like his nice little green waistcoat under his jacket there. So yeah, again, all of these are kind of like a plastic, hard plastic. Can't say I'm a massive fan of hard plastics, but I guess they last longer than stuff like wood. But obviously in terms of the environment and the planet, not always a massive fan, but hey. So we've checked out those free gift items. We have Thomas, we have this trailer thing, we have James, we've got James's tender, and we've got a dinosaur and Sir Topham. Lovely. So now we've checked out these, we're going to move on to the magazine. Let me pause the video and clean up. Right then, so as we mentioned, for Feb, this is issue 858. We've said it at the start, but this is a Rawsome Dino play set. We've got 60 stickers, 30 things to do, discover and do with engined friends. So here are just a little sneak peek of some of the things that we're going to look through at a high level today. And there's a little bit of information on the back. Okay, let's dive in, shall we? Let's see what's inside. Okay, so over on the first page is Thomas's challenge chart. It is a different colour. Usually it's like a yellowy colour, isn't it? If you've been following these or if you have these at home. So hang on a mo. I think there are maybe less challenges. Oh, I feel like I need to go and dig out a different magazine. I feel like there's usually 4 in a row. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. So Thomas's challenge chart is a double spread. You can write your name over at the top, practicing the use of pens, pencils and crayons, and then every time you complete a challenge you can pop a sticker on. The stickers are always in the very centre of the magazine. Over on the right hand side is Hello Thomas, a colouring opportunity. Use lots of bright blue to colour me in. You could use pens, pencils or crayons for that, couldn't you? Over on the next page then is Let's Go Thomas. So it is bit of a railroad really. We're going to go at the start and what we want to do is get to the finish line. However, on the way there are lots of activities for you to do. So you can start up here, get your little Thomas out if you wanted to. Yes, you see where we're going with this? You can stop and then do the activities. So here we're going to practice writing the word go, and then you could go if you want to. So we're going to go around and we're going to stop again. It says scribble over the red signal so Thomas can keep going, and then you can keep going and stop. Count the tasty apples and write the number in the box. There are the apples. And then you can keep going and stop again, and don't forget those pens, pencils and crayons so that you can colour Clarabelle, and then keep going. And then we're going to stop again a short moment later. Follow the dotty lines to draw the missing track. Oh, you see what they did there? They've gone from this style track to this style track. Oh, very clever. And then we're going to keep going and we're going to stop and then tick the box next to the biggest barrel. You have 3 options and then you have reached the finish line. Lovely. Little tip for parents. At the start of the day, make a list of all the jobs you have to get done. Your little one can help you do your jobs and tick off each one as you do it. Over on the next page is a story. It's called Deep Trouble. I will upload that separately. Over on the next page is story quiz. Usually they have the quiz after the 3rd story in the magazine, but not this time. No, I see what they did there. They mixed it up. Now they have it after the first one. So over on the right hand side is which way. It is a bit of a maze. Love a good maze. We're going to help Emily to reach the end. So we are aiming to get Emily to Nia. And if you reach this one, is it James? We've gone the wrong way. Over on the next page is Dino Delivery. Follow the tracks. Again, more tracks, why not? So we're going to see what Thomas is delivering to the Stegosaurus. And again, a bit like before, as you go along the track, there are things to do. We've got some colouring opportunities and some more counting. Over on the next page then is special deliveries. The engines are having a busy day. More counting. Get those pens, pencils and crayons. And we are going to count barrels, parcels and sacks. And then over on the right hand side is Colour Kana. Over on the next page then is a double spread colouring opportunity. It is Lookout Mountain. Colour Lookout Mountain and the engines having fun on it. Draw a simple line picture of your home for your little one to colour in. Add in any nearby details. You could even add a drawing of you. Over on the next page then is again a double spread colouring opportunity. So what have they done here? Let's see. So you can remove this bit. Did think that was a little bit random when I turned the page there. So you can remove the middle bit. I assume that is the play set that they referenced at the start, this dino play set thing. So in the very centre then, you've got Colour Percy, double spread colouring opportunity. And then you have got your stickers, as always. Okay, so these are the ones that you use for your challenge chart, and then the others are just for you. And then you can remove those, and then it looks like there is the play set on one side where you can use your free gift items, and then on the back of the play set is a colouring opportunity. So hey, why not pull that out now? I think I will. I'm going to be brave and do it. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so I have pulled out that middle section that I just referenced there. Here is the Dino Discovery Playmat, where you can use those free gift items for the different bits. You can do spotting of the dinos over there, and then if I flip it over, there you have got a huge colouring opportunity. Keep little ones or adults, or both really, very busy. So it will create a poster. You could even put that on your wall if you wanted to. Over on the next page then is Colour Sandy. Sandy helps Carly out at the maintenance yard. She loves inventing new gadgets. So you can use your pens, pencils or crayons to colour Sandy. There is a reference point of Sandy if you can't quite remember. Over on the right hand side is just a little advert for World Book Day 2026. So it's something that we have. Well, over in the UK, we celebrate every year World Book Day. I don't know if you guys from other countries celebrate as well. Let me know. I'm curious now, So we have got these little book tokens, and then what you can do is cut this out, take it to most good retailers, and then exchange it for £1 towards one of these books. Sometimes you can get a complete book for £1. Using this token, or sometimes it gives you money off more expensive things, but it's a really good way to get littles and grown-ups reading. Don't really need to put an age limit on it. You just do what you want to do in life, okay? Over on the next page then is Count with the STEAM team. So simple maths, we're going to do a bit more counting and a bit more practicing of the use of pens, pencils or crayons. Yeah, lots of things to do. Little useful tip around numeracy over at the top. So playing a game that involves rolling a dice can be a good way to help your little one learn to count. Encourage them to count the dots on the dice each time it's rolled. Over on the next page then is Spot at the Circus. So what we want to do is look for these little images over in the big image. When you have found it up here, you can tick it off down here. Does that make sense? Lovely. Can you spot the happy clown? I can. Another little tip here, one for a rainy day. Help your little one draw a big picture of their very own circus. Ask them what sorts of rides and shows they would like to have at their circus. Or maybe they don't want any, and that's okay too. Over on the next page then is Nia's sticker scene. Lovely, this is a bit different. So using those stickers from earlier, they will go here somewhere in the right section. So make sure you're using the right stickers, won't you? Maybe those ones up there. Lovely. There's no dinos on there, but I'm okay with this. Over on the next page then is Spot the Difference. So we are looking for 7 differences. Oh, there's usually 6. They've pushed the boat out here and added another one. We're looking for 7 differences. Each time you spot a difference between picture A and picture B, we're going to colour these stars up at the top. And then before you rush on to the next page, we have got which picture of Thomas is the odd one out. Yes, I think I can tell, can you? And then, how many red vehicles can you see in picture A? Is it 5 or is it 3? When you have guessed the correct answer, you can circle it off. And then what's this? Really useful tip. Looking at picture A with your little one and ask where they think Thomas and all his friends are going. Ask what sorts of vehicles the others are and what jobs they do. Lovely. Over on the next page then is another story. It's called Marion and the Dinosaurs. Well, there were only 2 stories in this Thomas and Friends magazine. There are usually 3, but it's good to change things up sometimes, isn't it? And they have made a slight change this time around as well. So usually they would have a little box over at the bottom where you can write your name and give yourself a sticker. And then we can just say, well, give yourself that sticker, you've earned it. But I can't do that because it was over at the top. You see, you're writing your name at the top, not the bottom this time. But still, write your name and give yourself a sticker for completing all those challenges. Okay, everybody, that brings us to the end of this skim through of the Thomas and Friends magazine for Feb 2026. And just for my own sanity and peace of mind, I did have to check whether this dinosaur was glow in the dark because I thought it had that look about it. However, I'm sad to report it is not glow in the dark. It is just a dinosaur. But don't worry, dinosaur, I love you just how you are. So we had a skim through, we had a look at the dinosaur playset, we've got stickers, we checked out the free gift items and the stories I will upload hopefully later today. If you enjoyed looking at this video with me, let me know. Hit the thumbs up like button. You could share with a friend or not if you want. You could check you're subscribed if you've made it this far through the video and you're still watching. And other than that, have a fabulous day. Bye bye.